Have you ever wondered if getting older didn't have to mean slowing down? What if the aches, the tired mornings, and all those pills people say are just part of aging weren't actually inevitable? I'm 94 years old. I live on my own. I don't take any medications. And according to my doctor, I'm as healthy as someone 30 years younger. Last year, when he looked at my test results, he shook his head and asked, "What's your secret?" Well, it's not a secret at all. Just 5 simple things I do every morning. No expensive routines, no special products, just small, thoughtful choices that make a big impact. And the truth is, anyone can do them. These habits have helped me stay clear-headed, mobile, and full of life, while so many people my age are being told to slow down, take it easy, and accept the decline. Here's the surprising part. One of these habits takes less than 5 minutes, yet most seniors skip it entirely. And that tiny choice could be speeding up memory loss and draining your energy without you even realizing it. But it doesn't have to be that way. I've seen too many friends begin to struggle, not due to a big health crisis, but because the small daily things were ignored. That's why I want to share this with you. The first hour of your day can either lift you up or slowly wear you down. So stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll walk you through each of these 5 habits, starting with the one that almost no one talks about. Before we dive in, could I ask a small favor? If staying strong, independent, and mentally sharp matters to you, tap that subscribe button. And if you know a friend or loved one who could benefit from this, go ahead and share it with them too. One more thing. I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop a comment below. It's always heartwarming to see our community come together from all over the world. Now, let me tell you about the very first thing I do every morning. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, but I truly believe it's one of the most powerful habits I've ever picked up. Before I brush my teeth, before I open the curtains, even before I grab my phone, I sit up in bed and drink a glass of water with just a small pinch of natural sea salt. That's it. Simple, right? No green juice, no supplements, just room temperature water and a pinch of salt sitting ready for me on my nightstand, so I don't even have to leave bed to do it. Now, you might be thinking, really? Just water? But here's what most people don't realize. While you sleep, your body is quietly working and, in the process, losing water every single night. We breathe and sweat, and by morning, we've lost nearly 1 liter of water without even knowing it. That means, when you wake up, you're already starting your day dehydrated. And at our age, dehydration doesn't just mean feeling a little thirsty. It can impact your joints, your memory, your balance, your digestion, everything. Yet, what do most of us reach for first thing? Coffee or tea. And while that may feel comforting, caffeine actually pulls more water out of your system, leaving you starting the day running on empty. When I made this simple switch to water first, before anything else, I noticed the difference almost immediately. The stiffness in my knees started to ease up, the mental fog I had just accepted as part of getting older lifted, and even my digestion felt smoother and more reliable. It was like my whole body quietly said, "Thank you." And this isn't just my personal experience. Science supports it. A study from Johns Hopkins showed that even mild dehydration in adults over 65 can reduce brain function by nearly 30%. That's a big drop in clarity just from missing your morning hydration. But here's what makes it even more effective. The pinch of sea salt, not table salt, but the real stuff like Himalayan pink salt or unprocessed sea salt. That tiny bit adds trace minerals your body needs, such as magnesium and potassium, to help your cells actually absorb the water instead of just flushing it out. It's like giving your body a key to unlock the hydration it's craving. And the best part? It takes less than a minute. I call it the first 60 seconds that rewires everything because that's what it does. It wakes up your body and gently supports your joints. It clears your mind and gets your digestion going. Just a small act of self-care that sets the tone for everything that comes next. So tonight, before you go to bed, give it a try. Pour yourself a glass of water, add a small pinch of natural salt, and leave it on your nightstand. Tomorrow morning, drink it before you do anything else. One simple glass, one quiet minute. No fuss, no excuses. It might seem minor, but these are the kinds of choices that help keep us independent, energized, and sharp well into our golden years. Let your body feel the difference and just see how it thanks you. After that first glass of water, I go right into what I believe is one of the best kept secrets to feeling younger, sleeping better, and even boosting your mood. And it couldn't be simpler. I step outside. That's it. I open the door and step into the morning light, whether it's sunny, cloudy, or just a bit cool. I don't go for a walk. I don't check the mail. I just stand there quietly, maybe sit on a chair, and let the light touch my face and eyes. I stay out for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's peaceful and gentle, and over time, it's become as essential to me as breathing. Now, you might be asking, what does stepping outside have to do with aging? Well, everything. Our bodies have something called a circadian rhythm, which acts like an internal clock that controls everything from your sleep and energy to your memory, digestion, and even your immune system. And every morning, that clock needs to be reset. The way we do that isn't with coffee or breakfast, but with light. When you let morning light enter your eyes directly, without sunglasses and not through a window, you're sending a signal to your brain that says, "Wake up, it's time to start the day." That light resets your body's natural rhythm, helping it know when to produce energy-boosting hormones in the morning and calming, sleep-inducing ones at night. Without that light, the internal clock starts to drift, and when it drifts too far, everything feels off. Studies have shown that seniors who don't get morning light are much more likely to struggle with sleep, low mood, and even poor digestion. One study found that missing that early light can increase your risk of depression by nearly 70%. Yet, most people don't realize this. I've definitely felt the shift when I started stepping outside each morning, even on cloudy days. Everything changed. I slept better, woke up more refreshed, felt calmer throughout the day, and had steady energy. Even my digestion, which had been up and down for years, began to improve. And here's the beautiful part. It costs nothing. No pills, no gadgets, no subscriptions. Just you and a little morning light. But it needs to hit your eyes directly. No sunglasses, and don't try to absorb it through a window. For this to really work, you have to be out there in the real light of day. So tomorrow, try it, even if it's just for 5 minutes to start. Step outside. Let the breeze touch your face, and let the natural light gently greet you. You don't have to do anything. Just be, and let your body remember what it feels like to start the day in rhythm. This small habit helps keep me clear-headed, energized, and well-rested, and it might just do the same for you. Now, before we move on to the third habit, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments. And if you've ever tried morning sunlight like this, let me know how it felt for you. You never know, your simple story might inspire someone else to give it a try. Now, let's move on to something I believe is just as important as staying hydrated or stepping outside. Maybe even more so, because what good is a healthy body if your mind isn't just as strong? This brings us to the third habit in my morning routine, something I call my 4-minute fire starter. And no, it's not a workout or meditation, though it kind of feels like both, but for your brain. Each morning, without fail, I give my mind exactly 4 minutes of focused, intentional stimulation. Just 4 minutes. That's all it takes to spark something in my brain, helping keep my thinking sharp, my memory alive, and my mood grounded. I've been doing this for years, and honestly, I believe it's one of the main reasons I still feel mentally sharp well into my 90s, just like I did when I was half my age. Here's how it works. First, I begin with a quick mental challenge, usually a simple math problem. I don't pull out a calculator or any paper. I just add or subtract a few numbers in my head. Nothing too complicated, just enough to get my neurons firing. Think of it like warming up before a walk. It's a gentle warm-up for your brain. Then, I switch gears and try to recall a vivid memory, but not just any memory. I focus on something that truly means a lot to me, like my 30th birthday party or a train trip I took with my sister when we were younger. I focus on the sights, the smells, the emotions. It's like dusting off the photo album in my mind. Every time I do this, I remind my brain of who I am and all I've experienced. It's more than just recalling memories. It's about reinforcing my sense of identity. Next, I challenge myself to learn 4 new words, just 4. I keep a small notebook next to my bed, and whenever I come across a word I don't know, whether in a book, a TV show, or even a crossword puzzle, I write it down. Each morning, I pick 4 words and say them out loud. I think about how I would use them in a conversation. It may seem small, but over time, it's like doing tiny push-ups for my vocabulary and my confidence. Finally, I close my eyes for a few seconds, take a breath, and visualize the day ahead. I picture it clearly, what I'll do, who I'll talk to, even how I want to feel. This helps me start my day with clarity and purpose, rather than just stumbling into it on autopilot. I begin with intention. I am choosing calm. I'm choosing focus. Now here's the exciting part. Science backs this up. Researchers at Harvard found that this kind of early mental priming can boost something called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to grow and adapt, by nearly 37%. That's a huge improvement. It's like shifting your brain from cruise control to high-performance mode. I like to think of it this way. Your brain is a garden. If you water and tend to it first thing in the morning, it blossoms all day. But if you neglect it, weeds like brain fog, forgetfulness, or even early cognitive decline can sneak in when you least expect it. This little habit, this 4-minute fire starter, has been my shield. I've kept it up through surgeries, stressful seasons, and even on days when I felt low. It's my way of saying to myself, no matter what happens today, I'm showing up with clarity. I don't fear age-related diseases like Alzheimer's. I respect them, but I don't fear them because every day I give my brain the tools it needs to stay alert, connected, and alive. And honestly, it's not just about preventing decline. It's about preserving your freedom. Keeping your mind sharp means you can stay independent longer, make your own decisions, and truly savor life. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you dive into the busyness of the day, give yourself 4 quiet minutes. Try one of the things I mentioned. Maybe recall a happy memory or write down a new word you learned. Start small, but start. Your brain is still listening, and it's never too late to remind it of how capable it still is. Let me tell you a secret that most people over 70 never hear. You don't have to wake up in pain. For years, I believed that morning aches and stiffness were just a part of getting older. I'd start each day trying to be good to my body, doing stretches, you know the ones, twist this way, bend that way, try to touch your toes, or follow those old school routines that everyone swears by for staying flexible. But by lunchtime, my back was sore, my knees were swollen like balloons, and I needed a nap just to get through the afternoon. I used to chalk it up to aging. Turns out I was wrong. This brings us to my 4th daily habit, a practice that has literally changed the way I move through life. And I don't say that lightly. I call it strategic mobility, not yoga, not classic stretching, and definitely not anything that pushes my body beyond its comfort zone. This is something entirely different, gentler, wiser, and far more effective for the aging body. Here's what I mean. Most traditional stretching routines were designed for younger, more flexible muscles. But as we age, our connective tissues become less flexible, and our joints become less forgiving. What felt good in our 40s and 50s can lead to inflammation or micro tears in our 70s and beyond. Unfortunately, most seniors aren't told this. So instead of pushing through uncomfortable stretches, I now give my body what it truly needs, a slow, respectful 7-minute mobility wake-up. I begin in a seated position. Yes, sitting, no complicated poses, no getting down on the floor, just a safe, supported place to start. Then I move slowly. I gently roll my shoulders, circle my ankles, and rock my hips side to side. I rotate my spine just a few inches at a time. It's almost like having a quiet conversation with my body, saying, "Hey, good morning. I'm here. Let's get moving together." This short flow targets the areas that tend to stiffen up overnight: the spine, hips, ankles, knees, and shoulders. Each motion is small, intentional, and pain-free. I don't force anything. I listen, breathe, and build slowly. And do you know what happened after just 2 weeks of doing this every day? I let go of the walker I'd been using for almost a year. No more clunky support. No more staring at curbs and stairs like they were Mount Everest. A month later, I was driving myself to the grocery store again. By week 6, I felt steadier on my feet than I had in years. Not stronger like I could lift weights, but more capable, more in control of my movements. And here's the most beautiful part of all. I stopped fearing my body. I no longer panic when I step into the shower or get up in the middle of the night. I don't live in constant worry of falling. That fear, that quiet anxiety that lives in so many seniors is gone. Because when you give your body consistent, gentle mobility, it gives you something back that's priceless: freedom. This isn't magic. It's the science of meeting your body where it is, not where it used to be. That shift in mindset is powerful. You're not trying to become a gymnast at 90. You're reclaiming the ability to enjoy your morning walk, lift your arms without pain, and move through your home without hesitation. So if you've ever felt stiff, unsteady, or frustrated with your body, I want to encourage you. There's a better way. And it doesn't require special equipment, a gym membership, or any fancy routines. Just 7 minutes of kind, conscious movement. No pushing, no forcing, just progress on your terms. Try it tomorrow morning. Start seated. Roll your ankles, rotate your spine, breathe, move slowly, and notice how your body responds when you treat it with patience instead of pressure. It changed my life, and it might just change yours too. Before we move on to the final habit, let me ask you, have you ever tried a morning mobility routine like this? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like me to walk you through the exact flow I do each morning, just say so below. I'd be happy to make a follow-up video just for you. Now, let me tell you about the fifth habit, something many seniors tend to overlook, yet might be the most important habit if you want to stay strong, steady, and maintain your independence for years to come. If you're over 70 and still skipping protein at breakfast, I want to gently warn you. Your body might be quietly losing the muscle and strength it needs to keep you moving confidently. It's not fear-mongering. It's just how our bodies change as we age. You see, after we hit 65, our muscles begin to shrink faster unless we do something to prevent it. The best time to protect those muscles is first thing in the morning. I didn't always understand this. For a long time, I thought a light breakfast like a piece of toast, a banana, or maybe just tea or coffee was enough to start my day gently and kindly. But I was mistaken. Research from Tufts University shows that older adults who eat protein early in the day preserve more of their lean muscle compared to those who wait until dinner to eat protein. That's because after a long night's sleep, our muscles are especially hungry for protein. If we miss that morning window, our bodies begin breaking down muscle to meet other needs. Once that muscle is lost, it's very hard to get it back. So, I decided to make a change. Now I treat breakfast as my muscle meal. It's no longer something I rush through or skip. It's a priority. Most mornings, I aim to eat at least 25 grams of protein. Sometimes it means 2 eggs with cottage cheese. Other days, it's a smoothie made with Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and fresh berries. If I'm short on time, I keep a protein shake ready in the fridge. What matters most is consistency. This habit isn't just about keeping my muscle strong. It also helps with stabilizing my energy, regulating blood sugar, clearing mental fog, and even lifting my mood. It's what allows me to keep doing things that many of my peers have given up: carrying groceries, cleaning my home, and climbing stairs without assistance. At 94, I'm not doing this to impress anyone. I'm doing it because I want to truly live, not just get by. I want to continue choosing my own clothes, making my bed, and cooking my meals without depending on others. Honestly, this one simple habit has made all the difference. All right, I know I've shared quite a bit with you. 5 morning habits that may seem simple, but have the power to truly change how you age, how you feel each day, and how fully you experience life. And here's the thing. You don't have to perfect all 5 habits tomorrow. Nobody expects perfection. Not me, and certainly not you. When I began this journey, I was just like many others, stiff when I woke up, dragging through the morning, struggling to concentrate, and wondering if this was just the way life had to be after 70. But then I made one small change, and then another. Slowly, day by day, things began to shift. My energy returned, my balance improved, my mind became clearer, and my body stopped aching like before. Most importantly, I began to feel in charge of my own health again. Not fragile, not fading, but alive and thriving. Here's what I've learned over nearly a century. Aging itself isn't the enemy. It's feeling disconnected from your body, your habits, your mornings, and your purpose that holds you back. How you start your day shapes everything: your thoughts, your body, your feelings, and even your relationships. It decides whether you're leading the day or just trying to keep up, whether you're losing strength or building it. The best news? You still have time to take the lead. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, you're never too old to make a positive change. It's never too late to start fresh. Your body is listening. Your brain is ready to support you if you give them the right care. So here's my gentle invitation. Start tomorrow, not next week, not when life feels easier, and not when you feel fully ready. Just start. Pick one small habit, maybe drinking a glass of water first thing, stepping outside for some fresh light, or doing a quick 4-minute brain exercise. You don't need motivation, just a quiet moment where you say, "Today, I'm choosing me." And from that moment, everything begins to change. If this video spoke to you at all, please leave a comment below. Tell me what habit you'll try first, or maybe you're already doing one. I'd love to hear your story. Let's turn the comments into a place where real people support and inspire each other to live stronger, longer. And don't forget to share where you're watching from, because this community we're building is about more than just habits. It's about connection. You never know who might read your words and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. I have so many more simple, science-backed, heartwarming tips coming your way. No fluff, no quick fixes, just real, practical tools for anyone who wants to stay independent, sharp, and active as the years go by. Because listen, at 94, I live alone. I take no medications. I don't have a nurse checking on me. But every morning, I wake up hopeful. Not because everything is perfect, but because I've built a morning routine that makes me feel strong, steady, and ready for whatever the day brings. And I want that for you too. So take a deep breath, believe you're worth the effort, and tomorrow morning, do one thing just a little differently. Growing older doesn't have to mean giving up. It can mean freedom. It can mean vitality. It can mean the best years of your life. I believe that, and I believe in you. See you next time, my friend. Stay strong, stay curious, and most importantly, be kind to yourself.